When you think of a protective case for the iPod Touch or the iPhone or even the new Droids, the first thing that usually comes to mind is the Otterbox, particularly their Defender series. Now, Otterbox has officially just released the new Defender series for the iPod Touch 4th generation, and that's what this review will be covering today. As you can see, I already have it installed on the iPod Touch because it is a little bit of a pain to install, and I didn't want to really go through all of that on video, but this is the box that it does come in. The packaging is very simple, not meant to be really flashy, but it is very nice, everything considered. You're gonna see on the back, it shows you all your Defender stuff, a lot of mumbo jumbo that you probably don't care about. And then also, when you open it up, you get the Defender, which is enclosed with this clasp right here, and it's in this compartment. Now, it is a recyclable flap, if you want to call it that. So really don't have to worry about that much with it for all you environmental people out there. And then, as you can see on the inside, I don't know if you could really make that out, there are detailed instructions on how to install the iPod Touch into the case. Now, as you can imagine, getting it into this gigantic thing is probably a little bit of a chore, but it is definitely worth it. I love the Defender series on the previous iPod Touch, and this one is really no different. The first thing I did notice about this, as soon as I did take it out of the box and install it, was that this is significantly smaller than the previous generation's iPod Touch Defender, which is pretty consistent considering the iPod Touch was slightly smaller. Because there are FaceTime cameras and everything else, you are going to notice a few more open ports than usual. You've got your camera port that's open right here. You've got your ambient light sensor port right here. And you've also got your camera right here that is heavily enclosed in a thick rubbery vortex, I'll just call it like that. Your Apple logo is still fully protected with a thin shield. First thing I did notice when I was pulling this Defender out of the box and installing it was the fact that the flaps on the bottom come out a lot easier than the previous generation. The dust cover used to stick in there really tightly. Now you actually have to force it in there, and it does come out very simply. Some people may like that improved design. I'm a little bit iffy on it because it makes it a little bit rougher to keep it closed. I mean, it's very easy just to take off. Second thing I did notice was that the volume buttons are a little bit tougher to press, which may be a little bit of a deterrent for some, but they may be broken in time, so I'm going to delay really big judgment on that. The sleep-wake button at home works very well. Yeah, there we go. Very simple to put on and off, and your home button is easily clicked. So that is a nice plus that I did enjoy. Another thing that I really like about this case is the fact that now they have on the back, you can see the Otter logo right there. As you can see in these two side sections, it's a very texturized, grippy, rubbery material that makes gripping onto the Defender a lot easier in slippery situations. Definitely like it compared to the previous one, which was just a flat piece of rubber all around. This one is much more texturized, easy to hang on to. Definitely like that. It's improved greatly from the previous. Another thing that I like is that they did not put an overlay on the camera. Now you might be wondering, okay, why do you like that? Well, because they didn't put an overlay on the camera, pictures will come out clear. You're not going to have to worry about your pictures being muddled or messed up or ruined because of stupid little error with an overlay. Another thing about the Defender series that I do like is the built-in screen protector on the inside. It is not directly attached to your screen, although in this generation I did notice you do not have the oil slick that used to accompany the previous Defenders. So that is a very nice bonus. I definitely like that. What else? There's not really much else to talk about with this case. It is a 3-layer case. The inside does have a hard plastic shell that is very tight, and you're going to have a hard time getting it off without the aid of a knife or something else like that to pry it open with. So keep that in mind when dealing with this case. Also, this outside silicone is much thicker than your normal silicone case, silicone, whatever you want to call it. It's very durable, very rigid. You're not going to worry about dropping this thing. Just this morning when I was at work, I had my coat pocket open and I flung my iPod Touch good 5.5 feet down, and it did not have this case on. As you can probably imagine, I was pretty worried that I had cracked my screen or done something that was very bad to it. Well, thank God nothing wrong happened. But now that I have this case on, I feel a lot better about taking the iPod Touch with me. In terms of series competing cases, I do like the iPhone 4 design of the Defender a little bit more than the iPod Touch version, just because it fits in the hand a little bit better than this one. If you're holding this one, it does fit in the hand, but it just, I don't know, there's something off with it. Nothing huge, but it's just something. I'm trying to put my finger on it. But otherwise, I really like this case. If you can get it in the $30 range or so, there's nothing better on the market. Otterbox does charge $39.99 for this case. For that price, I still like it quite a bit, just because you're not going to find something more protective than this on the market. I would first, though, check around to different resellers such as Amazon or eBay or one of those to see if you can get it possibly a bit cheaper before you go and dropping money on this. If not, and you are forced to buy it, you're not going to get anything else even quantifiably close to the Otterbox. I had my hopes set on getting a Trident or something else like that, but they didn't come through. And Otterbox, they really did this time. So if you're looking for a rough case for klutzes out there such as myself, you're not going to get something better than the Otterbox. So this is the Otterbox for the iPod Touch 4G. One more look. You've got your sides. Definitely like it. Highly recommend it. Thank you for watching today. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thank you.